Hey guys, it's Treysur and welcome back to my chest. So I will update you guys on my life and what's going on at the end of the video because I want to talk about something first and I want this to be for anybody. So the people that actually watch my shit and that want updates, it's going to be at the end of the video if y'all want updates. I have noticed something that I have been like believing in a lot more recently, and it's been working out for me, and I want to talk about it in like more like a video because it's just like I always thought it was bullshit. Okay, so there's this thing called the lucky girl syndrome, and if I'm not mistaken, it's basically believing with your whole heart that you are lucky and that things were meant for you and that things happen to you, and that like no matter what you believe, if you fully believe that like you are lucky and that this shit is going to happen and it's going to be yours, then you will get it and you will have it. And I have been used in my life to being super negative and just, believing that like everything was against me, and it felt like that's what was happening because, I wasn't winning things, I wasn't getting the things that I wanted, and I was just getting more and more negative about it, but just being like, oh, fuck this shit, nothing good happens to me, blah, blah, blah. And nothing did. But recently, one thing after the other has been happening to me where I am so lucky, and it's just, I'm like, it's just overwhelming in a way because I'm not used to it. I'm not used to it at all. And I'm just like, it feels like the more that I believe in it and the more that I'm kind of excited about it, the more that it happens. So I just want to give like a few examples for anyone that hasn't been like watching my content or anything that falls on my video. But I made an announcement that, I was very excited about the Ariana Grande tour because I'm a very, very big Ariana Grande fan. And even if I was worried about the ticket sale, I almost prayed to myself. I was just like, no matter what happens, I'm going to get Ariana Grande tickets. And it doesn't fucking matter. I am a lucky girl. I am meant to be at that show. I'm going to get those Ariana Grande tickets. And I kept repeating to myself, what is meant for me will not pass me by. And I was just like, if I'm meant to be at that show, I'm not going, like, these tickets are not going to pass me by, as the quote fucking says it. And I was just like, I'm going to be at the show. I'm going to be at the show. I was getting very excited because in my mind I was like, I don't fucking care if I'm like nervous about the tickets. I'm going to be at the show. I'm going to get tickets even if I don't get them at the sale. And what happened is I went on the Ticketmaster website like I think 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half before the tickets went on sale. And I actually got on the website. I barely had any queue. I had like 50 to 70 people in front of me. I was shaking when I was on the website. I got my tickets. I bought them, secured. I was just like, holy shit, I got Ariana Grande tickets. And afterwards, after I got my tickets, I started to realize online how crazy the sale was for Ariana Grande tickets. And it seemed like barely no one got the same situation as I got. People had hundreds of people in front of them, thousands of people in front of them, 10,000s of people in front of them. Some of them weren't even on the website. Like, it was insane. I've seen celebrities not be able to get Ariana Grande tickets. I've seen people that literally know Ariana Grande in real life and didn't fucking secure fucking tickets. And it was crazy to me that I got on, like, that I had 50 to 70 people in front of me for the queue. And I was just like, holy shit, what the fuck? And I was like, damn, no, my cat's fighting in the background. I'm actually really lucky, like, holy shit. And after this moment, like, this made me appreciate, like, I was so grateful that I got these tickets. And it took me a while to kind of, like, get over it in a way. Like, it took me a few days that I was just like, holy shit. Like, I can't believe I got tickets and that it was so easy. And, like, when people were talking about it online, it seemed like what I went through was very out there. It was very rare. And I was just like, holy shit. And because of that, I got a little bit more excited, and I was just like, I'm a lucky girl. I am lucky. And like, things that are meant for me will not pass me by. And then Then came my job that I have right now. The day that I got the interview was very serendipity, if I can say. You know, when I started looking for a job, okay, I was, not working for months and months and months, working on my YouTube channel, thinking it was going to get monetized. It did not. And it got surprised. I got the surprise, y'all know. And then I had to start looking for a job. And I have to be honest, I kind of gave the impression to people around me that, well, not everybody, but to some people around me, that I applied to a lot of places and that I was applying as a normal person. But I wasn't. I applied to one place to start. One place I used to work at, who I thought was going to be good for me to do content, and who I thought was going to be just beneficial for me, and where I thought that they would just hire me back just because I applied. That's the only place that I applied. And I was just like, I will get this job. I was convinced. I was like, I would get this job. I'm not going to, apply anywhere else because I'm convinced I'm going to have it. Like, I'm going to get this job. Like, and I was like so sure of it and believing it 100%. And I was like, I'm taking that risk because I want to show the universe that, like, I'm not, like, giving any more space for anything else. That's what I want, and that's what I'm going to have. And what happened on that day is the interview did not go well because they gave us surprise group interviews, and that made me nervous, and that fucked up my fucking confidence. But that same fucking day, right after I fucked up the interview, I went down to a store in the same mall in something else that I was interested in, and I gave my resume, got told to come back to an interview the day later, and I got hired like 2 days later. So I applied to one fucking place despite me being very, very desperate for a job, but because I believed in it and I was so convinced in it, I didn't do anything else, but I didn't get it. But the way that the universe had orchestrated everything, I literally got something else that is way better than what I would have gotten into. Because the universe was like, okay, I see you. And they gave me what I wanted, but better. And I also repeat to myself, this is another one that I love. Rejection is redirection. Like, there was a reason that interview did not go well, because the universe gave me something on a fucking silver platter that was way better. And I'm so grateful for my job right now because I love my job. And yeah, I'm working overtime. I'm not being as active on the channel, and I'm a little bit like, I don't know where I'm going right now, and I'm a bit all over the place with my content. But right now I'm really focusing on doing things for, my livelihood and for myself, and being good with myself, and like I'm trying to rebalance everything with the content. But whatever, that I got the job. Now I have another example, and this is what prompted me to make this video today, because this is just fucking crazy. I'm telling you guys, I'm not used to having this lucky girl syndrome type of shit, and I wanted to talk about it because I want to give examples that it actually fucking works. Okay, so today I kind of got like peer pressured into buying Pokemon cards, and I didn't want to fucking buy Pokemon cards. I didn't want to get into the fucking hype of Pokemon cards, but like working around them and like seeing like people buying them all the time and whatever, I was just like, I'm getting the urge to buy a fucking Pokemon pack. And I was talking to someone, and they were kind of like subtly peer pressuring me into getting them. They're like, why don't you? And I was like, no, like, I don't want to get into this because I have an addictive personality. I know that like if I start buying Pokemon cards and I start getting like into it, I'm going to just keep on spending my money in that, and I don't want to do that shit. And then in my mind, I was telling myself, like, what if like I get Pokemon cards and I get like fucking expensive cards and I get rare cards, And I was like, yeah, like I'm a lucky girl. Like, for sure, if I buy a Pokemon fucking pack, I'm going to get a rare card. I'm going to get an expensive card. And I was telling that in my head, and I was like, maybe that's why I should try it, because I know that like I'm so lucky that I'm going to get a card. Like, I have no choice but to believe that, because I don't know, I just had this belief that I was going to get it. But the back of my mind, a little part of me was just like, Am I being too delusional to think that? And then guess what? I end up buying the fucking pack. Okay, I had 3 packs in the thing. Okay, I opened the packs in front of the person that kind of peer pressured me, and I'm just like opening them, and then I like move a card, and he goes, and I'm like, what? And he's like literally grabbing the card out of my fucking pack so he can put it into a protective sleeve right away. And he's like, this card is a rare fucking card. And he pulls up like the app with the prices. This card is worth $275. The first Pokemon pack that I buy in my whole life. And the moment that I'm like believing that I am lucky, believing that good things happen to me, and believing that I'm like fucking blessed, I pull a $275 worth. That is insane. This is beginner's luck. Like, what the actual fuck? And this is why I wanted to talk about this, because I'm still kind of shook from it. I'm like looking at the card and everything, and I'm like, holy fuck. What the fuck? Like, when, like, I know, like, some influencers kind of feel, like, very phony when they talk about manifesting, and they say, oh, and you believe about these things and everything, but it's true. It's really fucking true, and it's, like, blowing my mind that it took me, like, so many years to, like, kind of really believe this thing, what is, like, when you believe that good things are happening to you and that are going to happen to you, and that when bad things don't happen to you is because there's a reason, or because there's better things that are coming, that's what happens. That's truly what happens. And I'm telling you, I'm shook. I'm shook because it's just showing how much like law of attraction and all this stuff actually works. And like, it's getting, the more that things like this are happening to me, the more excited that I am getting, and the more like less stressful and less anxiety do I have in my life. Because I'm just like, this is going to happen. I'm going to have this. I don't even have to worry about it because it's going to happen. So just another example. I have been working really hard at my job and doing overtime because I want to show them that I am a reliable employee, but also because I have worked as an assistant manager before, and I am kind of wanting to be an assistant manager there as well. So I'm, pushing the cart and everything. And this week, my boss was just like, oh yeah, like they're going to allow me to have more assistants and blah, blah, blah. And she was talking about it. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to tell her I'm interested, because I've been working so much and being so present at work that she's already showing me how to do things that like a supervisor does, like closing the store, opening the store, like even like the other employees with who I work are already kind of acting like I am a supervisor. Like they're asking me questions, like I'm over them, like it's just going really well. And I was just like, I am going to become an assistant manager. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Like this position was meant for me. And if they don't put me, that's they're lost. And like I already told myself, I was like, if it doesn't happen, I'm just gonna dial it down a little bit. I'm showing them what I can be, what type of good employee I can be. And if they don't appreciate me for my value and don't give me what I am worth, then that's gonna be on them at the end of the day. And I was just like, this is just meant for me, And I was just like, the universe is gonna give it to me. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And I was just honest with her. I was just like, you know what? Like, you were talking about how you needed assistant managers, blah, blah. I'm actually really interested in being one. I have the experience. You saw how good an employee I am, how fast, like what kind of fast learner that I am, blah, blah, blah. I'm really interested. And she was like, there's a lot of things that you need to learn when you become an assistant manager. And I was like, yeah, I know. And I want to learn all these things. I am interested in learning all these things. And she was just like, okay, like we're going to, like, I'm not going to go into details because it's technically not official, but the way that she was talking about it, like, next week I'm going to have to come in earlier at work so we can, like, fix this, see what the vibes are. She's going to talk to the director and everything. And, like, it's just, it got me excited because I'm like, you see, I believed that it was meant for me. I believed that I was going to have it. And I'm not being told no. Like, so far, everything that I believe is going to happen is happening to me. obviously the people that have been on my channel for a while know that I've been talking about how, oh, I'm gonna blow up one day and blah 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 on my YouTube channel. And I do believe that even if it didn't happen, it will happen. And all these little things that are happening in my life right now are just showing me that I am on the right track and that is going to happen. It's just that, like, it's just not happening now. There's a reason why everything is happening at certain times, and I am also like rewiring my brain to believe that, like, the universe is orchestrating things in my back, you know. They're fixing things. They're like putting things in my path and being like, this is gonna happen at this date, this is gonna happen there. And if I didn't blow up, there is a reason why I didn't blow up. And I'm like, my stress has gone down so much. Like, I'm not as stressed as before because I'm trusting so hard in the universe and just being like way more less in my head about it, because I'm like, before I was like, I wanted it so fast, and I was putting so much pressure on myself, be like, it needs to happen now, it needs to happen now. And now I'm just like, you know what? I'm okay if it doesn't happen now, because I know that when it will happen, it's because it was meant to happen at this exact time. And if I'm not blowing up right now and my channel's not getting the traction that I want right now, it's because it's not meant to happen right now. It's going to happen soon, just not now. And I'm focusing on myself. I'm focusing on my job. I'm focusing on the things that I love. And I'm actually really, really feeling good. And I wanted to share this because if you're following your dreams or doing whatever, or just feeling kind of negative recently, I know it's hard to rewire your brain to be more positive, or to make yourself so delusional that you believe that you are lucky, but it works. It truly fucking works. You need to believe 100% that the things that you want are meant for you. And that no matter if they're happening now or not, that they will happen. You guys should listen to the conversations I have with my roommate. We're literally delusional. We're talking yesterday about how my roommate was talking about, oh my God, like, I already know that, like, when your fans are gonna come and interrupt us when we're at the restaurant. Like, we're talking as if we already know that I'm gonna be famous and that she's gonna be my friend and we're gonna be rich, hanging out with security guards. Like, we're already acting like this is written for us in the stars, that this is going to happen. We're 100% fucking delusional. And you know what? I think it's a good ass fucking thing, because so far when I've been delusional about things, they've been happening for me. Okay? And maybe it seems crazy to other people that just don't get it, but I trust. Be delusional. Be fucking delusional. Be so delusional that you believe that everything that you want and everything that you need is going to happen. That it's yours. It's already yours. Tell yourself that the universe is orchestrating everything for you. It's all written in the stars. It's already happened. You know what I mean? It has helped me so much to tell myself that everything is already happened in a way. You know, that, like, my future self, my higher self already has the things that I want. So there's no way that I should be stressing about my situation right now, where I live, what I'm going through, my job, the fact that I'm not blowing up, because my higher self has it. So why am I worried? You know what I mean? If it's not happening now, it's not happening now, but it's gonna happen because she has it. So I don't need to figure out how or when. I just need to trust. And that's what I've been doing recently, and it's been doing wonders for me. So that's what I wanted to say, okay? Just believe in yourself and believe that it's gonna happen, because it fucking works. I've never been, like, it's crazy. I've been so unlucky my whole life, and now I've just been feeling so lucky recently, and I'm not used to it. I'm really not used to it, but it makes me feel so good, and I want to share that with you guys. Anyways, that's about it for what I wanted to say. If you're a long-time viewer of mine and you want to know what the fuck is going on with my life right now, update you guys. So I'm still doing overtime. I'm still working a lot on my job. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's a few videos that I put on private, few streams as well that I put on private, because womp womp, I found out that I'm not allowed to stream as an employee of where I work. And I did realize that I was kind of talking a little bit too much about where I worked, and maybe I was getting a little bit too in my feels about the job and everything. So I privated a few things while I get stuff sorted. But technically, yeah, I'm not allowed to do gaming streams. Yeah, and this means that I'm going to keep doing videos like this because I kind of like doing these videos, and I'm going to try and get out of my head and start doing like vlogs and showing more facets of my life. But the gaming is on pause for now because I don't have the official rules like written on paper, and I don't want to do anything that's going to get me in trouble because I'm very grateful for this job, and I don't want to do anything that's going to jeopardize it. So, and from what when the conversation that I've had with my boss, she said that I'm allowed to keep doing these videos, normal videos. I was honest with her, and I was like, I was doing gaming live streams when I wasn't working here. I do normal videos and everything. And from the rules that they told me, I'm not allowed to do gaming streams. And I'm not going to go into details why, because I don't know why exactly. And I don't want to start giving too much fucking details about my job and all this shit. But I just wanted you guys to know that that's the reason why I'm not streaming as much, even when I have, moments like these where I don't work tomorrow and everything. The reason I'm not gaming is because I'm literally not allowed. And I asked her to give me the rules. When I do get the rules, depending what they say, maybe I'll change it up. But if I can't game my streams, if I can't stream my games, I'm not gonna do it for now as I adjust. I was told that technically I am allowed to do it if I am incognito. So I might just make an incognito channel. But the thing is, it's an incognito channel, so I might not share it here. Because the point is for me to start something where people don't know that it's me. So yeah, and if I have any updates on that, I'll keep you guys updated. But for now, that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to talk about my lucky dodgism, and I want to update you guys on why I haven't been streaming. Because I told you guys at the beginning that I wasn't streaming because I was doing a lot of overtime. But I feel like if I want to, I could still squeeze in a few streams when I'm off or when I finish early. Like today, I finished kind of early, but I'm not allowed. So, and I'm, again, I really like my job, and I'm kind of taking it seriously. And yeah, so yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did watch, if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe to my channel. We're trying to hit 400 subscribers, and I would really appreciate if you would help me get there. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for supporting me. I would really appreciate you guys way more than I can, show you. And it's the reason that I keep going. I keep doing my shit. So anyways, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.